watching HTN, Herricks Television Network Sports.
Hello Herricks, it's Friday and that means it's a great day for some Highlander sports highlights. I'm Michael Grady and it's a new month, so let's mix it up and begin with girls volleyball. If you're a fan of good volleyball teams, you're in the right place because the girls are putting on clinics every time they hit the court. With a record of 8-0, Herricks hasn't lost a set since last Wednesday after 2 victories against East Meadow on Friday and then Island Trees at Dig Pink night on Monday. Aaron Sinkovich and Jalen Lee made sure to perfect their serves for the big crowd as they reached 14 and 10 aces respectively. As the girls look to keep their perfect record intact, the week ahead features a visit to Farmingdale tomorrow morning, a home game with West Hempstead Tuesday, and finally one at Hicksville on Thursday. If you haven't been paying attention, there's no time like the present to start. As for boys volleyball, one 5-set loss is the only thing keeping both Herricks volleyball teams from being undefeated, so you could say it's been going well. The boys pushed aside Hicksville 3-0 during Dig Pink Monday, and other than that, their quest to officially lock down a playoff spot, Evan Liao is still second in Nassau in kills. He won't pass Jonathan Matthews of Valley Stream South, but Liao is within the possibility of reaching 300 with only 4 games left, and that's only been done 3 times in the last 4 years. The chase will continue later today when Herricks visits the Tornadoes in Lawrence, and next Thursday at 6:45 is a revenge game when East Meadow has to enter our gym, so don't miss that. Boys badminton swept Mempum 7-0 last Friday, but unfortunately dropped a close one out Calhoun Monday 4-3. However, they did move into first place with a 7-1 record, and the next 2 games have been pitted against Hempstead and Belmore JFK, both of whom they swept earlier in the season. Though they have to play visitor to Hempstead this afternoon, the game is against the Cougars is home at 5 on Wednesday. Be sure to keep tabs on them as winning the conference is definitely attainable for this group. It was a rough week for girls soccer. They were a bit battered after 3 straight losses to Massapequa, Syosset, and Massapequa again, which, if you're not familiar with the Nassau soccer scene, is kind of equivalent to playing Man City twice and Bayern Munich in between. After all that, though, they still sit at a fair spot in the division moving into the home stretch. Call the playoff push on for their last 2 scheduled matches versus Plainview on Tuesday and Farmingdale on Wednesday. Both teams are ones Herricks previously defeated, and both matches are here at 5, so clear your schedules for them and come on out. It somehow missed the back page of the paper the next day, but last Friday, boys soccer finally didn't lose. No, they didn't win, but completed a scoreless tie against the Massapequa Chiefs of all teams. Admittedly, Massapequa's boys soccer program isn't doing so hot itself, but considering how much that school has owned Herricks in every sport, it's an achievement. The shutout speaks to the ability of Christian Thomas at goalkeeper and gives him much needed evidence to prove it. Up next are 3 home matches, all at 5, with Schreiber today, Valley Stream Central on Tuesday, and Hempstead Thursday. There's nothing better to follow a tie with than a win, and those are 3 great chances to do just that. Last, but definitely not least, are the Sultans of Saturdays, Highlander football. Last weekend's game is best explained with this stat. Belmore's quarterback, Joe Vaccaro, threw the ball 4 times, 3 for completions. The problem is, all 3 completions were touchdowns. Vaccaro also ran one in himself, and his running back had 2 TDs as well. A Highlander team that's injured to Belmore and back only managed a 20-yard Ethan Tran run that ended up good for 7. Tomorrow's game is at New Hyde Park, and besides it being an opportunity to spoil the 2-2 Gladiators homecoming, it would also be season-saving if Herricks pulled one out. Everyone in the district lives close enough to NHP Memorial to attend tomorrow's game, so if you can, show up there at 2 and turn the Gladiator Arena into a Highlander Arena. So to wrap things up, that ends your weekly Highlander sports highlights from here in the TV studio. I'm Michael Grady, and I wish the best of luck to all our teams and athletes in the coming weeks. And remember, Herricks, I'll be right back here next Friday with another sports update. Until then, remember, this is Highlander Country.
Thank you for watching HTN Sports.